so sorry for ghosting you, and it's only getting thicker. I'm gonna need you to hold my hand while I open this. And then all of a sudden I was just crying. Such an icon. Angry about it. I'm so confused. Women? I could rave about them all day. I'm so sorry for ghosting you. Can you tell that Winston's been stuck inside for 5 days? I can. He's just found the squeaker in that, unfortunately. It's always at a good time, isn't it? I really am so sorry for just falling off the face of the internet for a quick second. If you'd been keeping up with my vlogs before my little break, you would have heard me complaining so much about how bad my mental health has been for 2025 for this year so far. And I just felt like I was getting to the point where I couldn't pick up the camera and not complain about it. And I feel like there's only so much advocating for mental health that I could do. Like, I feel like talking about it and being open about it is really important to a certain extent. And it was all consuming at that point, and I felt like I was just being a Debbie Downer. So I didn't want to pick up my camera and complain about it, but I also didn't want to pick up my camera and pretend like everything was fine. I did go into a little bit more detail of my year so far in our most recent Matcha Therapy episode, which is on Soph's channel. I'll leave a link down below. We're also officially on Spotify, Matcha Therapy, which is so crazy. It's been such a long time coming. Honestly, sorry that it took this long. I'll leave the link to the video and also a link to Spotify down below if you wanted to have a listen. But very long story short, mental health was down the drain. I feel like I'm at the higher end of that drain now. I'm feeling very refreshed and recharged after my time off. I don't think that this job is hard, but I also have not had a break from it, maybe ever, and if ever, definitely not in the last few years. So thank you for being patient with me while I just took a quick sec. But we're back. There's been so much going on in Queensland the last week. I'm sure we all know by now, but Cyclone Alfred decided to grace us with his presence. Kind of. The Gold Coast and Brisbane were meant to be hit with a Cat 2 cyclone, and I think that by the time it actually eventually, it took its sweet time, but by the time it eventually hit land, it wasn't classified as a cyclone. Like, I think it went down to a Cat 1 and then down to whatever is not a cyclone. I don't really know. Is this so boring? I feel like because it's happened to me, I'm interested in it, but I'm sure it's boring. Anyway, stuck inside for 5 days. Today is day 6 of me not leaving my house. Really strong winds. Now the issue is flooding. So far, I've been really, really lucky. My apartment building never lost power, which I'm so incredibly grateful for, because looking at the Energex map of the Gold Coast, my jaw was on the floor. So far, have not been flooded. To be confirmed. However, today we have officially run out of food. So I have to leave the house for the first time in what feels like forever. I'm a little bit nervous because I think there are a lot of fallen trees all over the road. Obviously, a lot of places are without power still, and there's flash flooding. So I'm gonna be very safe on the road. The rain seems to have eased up a little bit, so that makes me feel a bit safer about leaving the house. A lot of people are out and about. Like, it is safe for me to do so. I'm just nervous about it. I ran out of eggs, milk, bread. Dare I say, they're gonna be the hardest things to find. I also think while I'm out, I might go for a walk. I haven't moved my body in 5 days, which, like, I could have been doing at-home workouts, but like I'm not. And the one thing I missed the most was going for my walks, putting my music in, thinking, pondering life. It's my favorite thing to do. Hopefully go for a walk and hopefully be able to stock up my fridge. We'll see. Winston's sick of spending so much time with me. Did you enjoy quarantine? I think he secretly did. I think he liked having people home all the time. Okay, I need to turn role model off. I just gave Winston his dinner and it's very loud. Hello? love the sound of his little feet running around. I love him so much. It actually hurts. I feel like having these last few days at home with him really, really bonded us. Okay, this week not happening. Like, he's the bane of my existence while simultaneously being the light of my life. And he's just had dinner, so now he's got the zoomies. So probably a bad time for me to choose to film. But I just jumped out of the shower. My hair is sopping wet, so please excuse that. But I went to Big W. They didn't have what I had. Then I went to QBD to get a book today. Well, I went in for 2 books. I only had 1 because during the cyclone quarantining moment, I did so much reading, and I honestly just had so much fun reading, which I feel like I haven't felt in a really long time. I fell off my reading bandwagon towards the end of last year, and then so far this year I'd only read book club books that I like had to read by a certain date. And last book club book, which was Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. I think Soph and Rach both vlogged book club if you want to hear everyone's thoughts. What were everyone's thoughts? No idea. We were all so utterly confused by that book. I still don't really know what my thoughts are. Like, would I recommend it? I don't know. Like, I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. I'm so confused. But our next book club book is The Favourites by Lane Fargo. Rach chose this one, and I hadn't heard anything about it until I heard Rach talking about it. That tends to be a common occurrence for me and books and Rach. I think, where does it say? Yeah, on the front it says it's very similar to Daisy Jones and the Six, and I couldn't agree more. Like, I almost want to guarantee if you enjoyed Daisy Jones and the Six, you would enjoy this. It's a similar format, so it's like interview style and then flashbacks with lots of different people's opinions, and I can't say too much about it because it's book club book and the girls will be watching this. But I read all of this in quarantine, and this is like, it's not a quick book, 437 pages, so like pretty hefty, but flew through that. And then I decided that I wanted to dive back into my Throne of Glass read. I have been slogging it. I've been struggling through Throne of Glass, I won't lie. I picked up Queen of Shadows, which is the 4th book in the series, in October, and I got 60% of the way through, and then something came over me and I just couldn't keep reading it. I couldn't keep going, and then it took me until the start of March to pick it up again. I was so utterly confused what was going on. I watched some TikTok recaps and that really helped me, and then I flew through the last 40% of this as well. So while I was at the shops, I wanted to pick up Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn. They're the next 2 books in the series, but they're during the same timeline, I believe, and so some people choose to read them at the same time, like a tandem read, and then some people just choose to read them one by one. I'm always going to follow Bestie Rach's advice. If there's one thing about me, I'm listening to Rach. I've decided to tackle the tandem read, which I feel like is going to be a lot of effort, and I thought Queen of Shadows was effort. I'm a bit scared, I won't lie. I couldn't find Tower of Dawn anywhere, so for now I have it on my Kindle, and then I'm going to read Empire of Storms physical. I'm already 5 chapters in, so the first part of Empire of Storms, but I'm excited. I'm intrigued because once I finish these 2, it'll be on to the last book, and I'm so intrigued to see what happens and to see it all tie up and come together. I'm so bamboozled, honestly, by it all. And like, these are some of the thickest books I've ever read in my whole life, and it's only getting thicker. Like, the last book is even bigger. It scares me, honestly. But Monday is done. I'm so confused by today. I thought it would feel really like back to normal because I got to leave my house and I went grocery shopping and the roads weren't flooded and trees hadn't fallen down where I needed to be. But equally, it just felt a bit weird. I just had a cry in the shower, just trying to feel my emotions. I need to do a big journal session before bed. I've been really sticking with my journaling recently, which I'm really proud of myself for because it's so easy to fall off the bandwagon. But I feel like I've been working through so much since my last therapy session. I think in the last vlog a little while ago I mentioned that I'd been avoiding my therapist. I don't even know when it was. Whenever I got back from our Melbourne trip, I had booked in to see her and I told her that I'd been avoiding her, and we talked through it, and I feel like we made a lot of progress, and I've been journaling almost every single day about things that we spoke about weeks ago. I'm never not gonna rave about journaling. I think I've been doing it on my channel ever since I started it. I've always been a journaler, and I feel like the older I get, the more beneficial it gets. I've been thoroughly enjoying my nighttime routine recently. A quick cry in the shower, dessert, moon milk, journaling, reading, into bed. Gorgeous. It's currently 10 to 10 p.m. and I just got home. I went and met up with my brother today. He works from home on Tuesdays and tends to go to cafes. I invited myself along and we caught up, had a coffee, and then did a bunch of work together, which was really nice. Very easy to stay productive when you're with someone else, especially in public. And then we grabbed lunch, just spent hours hanging out, which was really fun. And then I went and dropped into my parents' place and saw them for a little bit. And then I went over to my other brother's house and saw my brother and my sister-in-law and the dogs. And that again was really nice. I hadn't seen my family, I think, since Christmas, and it just felt a little bit overdue. So that was really nice, but also just like a big day of driving and socializing, which honestly maybe normally wouldn't affect me that much, but maybe because I've been stuck inside for quite a few days. Most of my drive home was in complete silence, which honestly I've been doing a lot of recently anyway. One of my favorite ways to avoid how I'm feeling, always having some sort of audio playing, like listening to music, watching a YouTube video, watching a TV show, listening to a podcast, calling a loved one. So I've been spending so much time in silence recently, which is really uncomfortable. It has gotten much easier with practice, obviously, but it's still something I have to like force myself to do. So I got like 15 minutes into my drive and I was singing, and then all of a sudden I was just crying. I was so overwhelmed, and I was like, okay, turn the music off, sit with yourself and process all the feelings you have about today. And now I'm feeling a lot better. I'm about to shower, get into bed. I'm really sad because I feel like I got into the habit over the last cyclone isolation week of reading so much that I didn't get to read anything today, and I'm really sad about it, and I'm not going to be able to read much before bed because I'm so tired. I'm going to pass out really quickly, and that makes me really sad. I also went to a bookstore today and bought the second book in the tandem read. So I bought Tower of Dawn. So we're on. I feel like I look like The Rock with my necklace and shirt like this. Anyway, I'm going to sleep. I started seeing a naturopath this year. Hello? I just zoned the out. My shirt is really bothering me. I started seeing a naturopath earlier this year just with all of the health concerns I had going on. I kind of was just like, it couldn't hurt. Took my blood tests in, had like an hour-long appointment talking about like every single area of my life. And then I've been taking my little herbs twice a day since then and feeling really good about it. So I just had my follow-up appointment, re-chat through everything and the notices that I noticed. Perfect. The changes that I noticed. I talked about this in our last matcha therapy episode, but I feel so incredibly grateful to have the support system I do on the Gold Coast, because I feel like that was one of the biggest things I was nervous for about moving to the Gold Coast, was like moving away from my family doctor that I grew up going to. And I knew when I moved to the Gold Coast that I wanted to start therapy, so I knew that was going to be difficult. But now it's been 2 years since I've lived here, and I found my GP, who I adore. I found my therapist, who I feel so safe with. I found a great acupuncturist, and now I found a great naturopath. And it just feels like I have this like team of women who are all in their own professions, and I can go to them and get the help that I need. I know that that is such a privilege to have, and I do not take it for granted for a second. I am so grateful. I also got a little throat spray because I think I'm getting a little bit sick, but I am trying to not give it the energy. Like, I'm trying to not manifest it, but I'm not feeling 10 out of 10. My throat just feels a little bit tight. Not sore, not scratchy, just like a bit smaller than usual, and that's scaring me. I've just rested inside my house for 6 days. Why am I now getting sick? It's not allowed. I've just rested. I don't want to rest anymore. I'm done resting. Anyway, I think it's now 11 and I'm meeting up with Lang in Burleigh for a lunch meeting. Bit rogue, but kind of gorgeous. I feel like we normally do like a coffee meeting, but we were both free at lunchtime. We're like, should we have lunch? And that's one of the joys of your manager also being a friend. Even just having Lang in my corner, obviously she is a friend first and foremost, but having a manager who always has my best interest at heart, is always willing to help me, anything personal or work wise, always has my back, is always in my corner. Like, I just have so many incredible women around me, and like, women are just the best. Women, I could rave about them all day. You're resting on my phone, but I want to look at a place we're going to for lunch because I've never been before. MC Sandwich House. Look at this sandwich. Are you kidding me? I don't know what the whole menu looks like though. I don't really know what I want. Yum. I'm hungry. That sandwich, I fear, is gonna live rent-free in my head for the foreseeable future. I also just can't believe, like, every time I find a good food place on the Gold Coast, I can't believe I didn't know it existed until now. Like, I'm annoyed at myself for not being able to have been eating that sandwich for a very long time now. It was a really nice spot to work as well because I had booths so no one could see what was on your screen, which is nice. I had a great meeting. While I was out, I also bought myself a bunch of flowers and I just put them on my dining table, and I realized that in my time off, my dining table arrived and I never got to show you. This is honestly one of the final pieces I've been waiting on to finish my apartment. I don't even know how long I've lived in this apartment. I think it's coming up on 3 months. I spent so long scouring the internet for the perfect dining table, and I fear I found the perfect one. I'm so in love with it. Is this how you know you're an adult? When you get really, really excited over furniture? Maybe. I might link it down below, save me trying to say the names of everything right now. Are we ready? The table and the chairs are all from a brand called Castlery. I don't think I can actually explain how obsessed I am. I don't know what you call this little bit, but like the stump of the table, obsessed. I think a circle table also fits this space really well, and I think the color of the timber is so gorgeous. I have other little bits of light timber around my place, so I think it matches really well. And then these are the seats I chose as well. I love the bouquet. Boucle? Why does that not sound like a word anymore? Contrasting the rattan? Why do I not know any words at all? I love these chairs so much, and they're so comfy. I'm so happy to have somewhere to eat and work now other than my couch. I didn't realize it would bring me so much joy, but it really has. I also filmed myself on my phone building the table and chairs all on my own. I am not a handyman when it comes to building things at all. If I'm being honest, I grew up with my dad and my 2 brothers not really letting me do like handyman stuff for myself. I would ask them to teach me and then they would just do it themselves. Anyway, I've somehow sailed through life without having to build very much furniture for myself, but I figured a dining table couldn't be too hard to build, and I built it all by myself. And as well, to get it shipped here, Castlery do free shipping on all orders over $999, which is gorgeous because that kind of covers most furniture purchases you're making, and delivered it right up into my apartment. It's stylish, it's comfortable, it's functional, and I'm actually just obsessed. As well, I got I think it was a 16-piece dining set. During my move into this place, one of my big plates broke, and I've had such mixed match sets of dinnerware for quite a while now, so I thought it was time for an upgrade. This is one of the mugs. She's the perfect little bubble mug, great handle, got a little speckle design, the like ribbed lines down the bottom, great size. Mugs I feel like you get to be really picky with because they really matter. Like there's so many things that can make or break a mug. These have my tick of approval. Let me show you the bowls and plates as well because they're so cute, and it just makes me feel like such an adult having such a big matching set. Now when I have dinner parties or just any guests over, everything can match, and that is so satisfying in my brain. Scratches an itch. We've got our big plates, our little plates as well, like exactly the same as the mug with the, I don't know what you call that, a ripple almost. I think it's either black or navy blue, the lines that go around the top I love. And then lastly, of course, we have the bowl as well for the matching set. Actually so good. Sometimes I forget that I'm actually just like a real adult. Like I feel like I shouldn't be old enough to have my own apartment and like ordering cute furniture and paying my bills and having a matching dinner set, and then every now and then it hits me and I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Anyway, the whole cyclone, I just could not wait for today. Like I could not wait for the day that the sun came back. I'm ecstatic about it. What sports bra do I wear? I have that TikTok audio stuck in my head. She from East Atlanta, so she like to get loose. Stuck in my head. Hope you enjoyed my singing. I took Quinlan for a walk this morning, but honestly, I'm craving another little stroll outside, and he never say no to going for a walk. And then go to Pilates this afternoon, and then Sophie and I are having a movie night because I took my sweet ass time and I finally watched Sex and the City. I feel so behind and so late to the bandwagon, and I let that be the reason I didn't watch it for so long. You know, when a show has just been out for so long that you're like, it's too late for me to start watching it. Like I'm not even gonna start, not even gonna try. That was me with Sex and the City for the longest time, and Soph's always raved about it, so I finally bit the bullet and started it, and I adore it, which is not shocking news, nor is it revolutionary because everyone loves it, but it's just brought me so much comfort. Character wise, I feel like it's really fun picking which character you think you're most like in shows like that. I think I'm a little mix between Miranda with a little tiny dash of Samantha. Samantha is such an icon, first of all. I mean, they're all icons in their own right. Samantha, the most iconic. I love her. I hated her at the start. So stupid. But I feel like Miranda is me. I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't watched it and you want to watch it. Equally, it's been around for so long. But like the fact that Miranda is not a lesbian in the TV show is crazy to me. That's all I'm going to say. So Sophie and I are going to watch the first Sex and the City movie that comes after the TV shows tonight. I'm so excited. I haven't seen her in like a week, as we all know, because of the cyclone. Anyway, we need to go for our walk.
Incredible. I miss this a lot.
It just blows my mind because it's such a simple meal.
Yes,
But why is it so good?
That's lovely.
Oh, that's crisp. That's a good one. Okay, I'm ready. I'm so nervous but so ready. Oh! Oh my god. They said remix.
40 years ago, I was one of them.
Oh,
she's gorgeous.
Ruby. I know, she has a glow up, hey.
Oh.
Is it good to be back?
I miss the Samantha Jones, The Woman You Are.
When you are.
Always tasting something big.
Like, I hope he changes my mind, but I hate him. Guys, I'm gonna need you to hold my hand while I open this. I'm so scared. There's this lesbian I follow on TikTok. She's a mask, wears men's clothes 90% of the time. I'm obsessed with her style. And she showed this activewear tank that she wears all the time. And she looks so good in it. And I know, you know when sometimes you're shopping and you're like, I want that. Is it gonna look like that on me? No. Am I willing to risk it anyway? Yes. That's kind of where I'm at. I think it's gonna look awful. I might not even include this in the vlog because I'll be so embarrassed. But I thought maybe we can suffer together. It's from Define? I don't know if that's how you say it. I've never ordered anything from there before. I don't know why I'm so nervous. Like, it's not that deep. Just hold my hand. And I also know that this is not a lot of people's style. Like, I really understand that's so fair. But I'm really, really trying to just stick with wearing whatever I want, regardless of anyone's opinion. This is the deck. It's like giving muscle tee, but a little bit different. I feel sick. No. I'm actually blushing, like I'm embarrassed. I don't know, is it awful? Like it is, isn't it? Oh, like can you see the vision? Like can you see what it should look like? Like it's not a singlet that's like showing too much, but it equally doesn't have sleeves. It's so close, but a bit far. It's very comfortable and very breezy. Maybe if I had huge biceps, it could work. It is really cool. It's got the big logo along the back, which I think looks cool. But other than that, I don't think it's for me. And I think it was like $70. Probably the last time I try and get out of my comfort zone. I'm taking this off, showering and going to bed. Oh.
And it's hard to see you, but I wish you were right here. When I get you everywhere.
I've forgotten how to park. I'm not well. There we go. Why did that take me 10,000 years? To be fair, I will blame the person next to me as well. I love when Spotify just knows what songs are on my TikTok view page and put them in my day list. Nothing makes me happier, actually. I'm about to go in and get my eyes tested. I have an appointment at Oscar Wiley at midday. I'm angry about it. I'm angry at myself. I'm annoyed at myself for not wearing my prescription glasses enough because now my eyesight has gotten worse and my current glasses are blurry. I have to go in and get retested and then pick some new frames. I'm hoping I find frames that I love enough that convinces me to wear them all the time. I'm just currently editing this and I've since learnt that that's not actually how your eyes work. If anything, wearing your glasses actually weakens your eye muscles. Like your eyesight does not get worse if you don't wear your glasses, which makes no sense to me. And I thought that's what happened to me, but my eyesight has just gotten a little bit worse, just on its own, naturally, in the like 2 years since I got them tested. The more you know, that's all. I'm going in to get 2 frames and I really don't know if I want 1 normal glasses, 1 sunglasses, or just 2 normal glasses because I really rarely wear sunglasses, but I also rarely wear my normal glasses as well. So like that's not helpful. They're gonna be nice in the car, but also my issue with glasses is you have to commit to them. If you're wearing makeup, you have to choose to wear them all day because if you only wear them half the day, it ruins your makeup for the rest of the day. So if I'm switching between like normal glasses and sunglasses for driving, that bothers me. So I'm like, should I just get 2 pairs of reading glasses? When I say reading, I mean all the time because my eyesight is so bad all the time. So I can get 2 frames that I like and can like switch it up and not get bored of them. These are the last frames I have and I hate them, to be quite honest. Why do I look like that? It's not even the frames. It's genuinely me. Like I hate myself in almost every glasses option ever. Like I wish I loved sunglasses because there'd be so many that I could wear that could make my outfits more fun. But I genuinely feel like I look so bad. And like I'm really not begging for sympathy. Like please don't argue with me. I'm nervous and I hate when they blow the puff of air in your eye to like clean it out before they do whatever they do to it. And I just feel so like humbled, I think is the word I'm looking for, when they're showing you things that you should be able to read that like are a bit blurry. I'm just like, oh, really brings you back down to earth, doesn't it? And honestly, I don't need humbling right now. Like I'm humbled. I'm so incredibly humbled recently. If that could be enough humbling, that'd be great. But I've packed my bag to stay out for the rest of the day because I have Pilates at 4:30 and my optometrist appointment's at 12. So I feel like there's not, like there is enough time to go home, but I don't really want to. I want to just like stay out for the day. So I brought my laptop, my headphones, my books. That's it actually. Editing, doing some reading. I might go to the beach before Pilates and read in the shade. The beach is so weird post cyclone. The beach is closed first of all and it's not a nice color at all. The sand on the beach is so weird. It's just like little cliffs of sand. It's not just like a flat beach anymore. Also, when does the beach reopen? I need to stop rambling. Go into my appointment. I hate that I'm nervous. Wish me luck. I decided yesterday that I wanted to go and watch the sunrise this morning because A, I haven't watched a sunrise in so long. B, I'm so grateful for it not to be raining anymore. I can't believe I haven't watched a sunrise all year so far. It's also on my bingo card, so that's gonna be good just to tick that off. But I wasn't prepared yesterday. I did watch the sunset at the beach yesterday, so I watched the sunset last night, watching sunrise this morning. That feels really nice, but I had the worst sleep ever. I had the biggest headache going to bed, and it took me so long to fall asleep. And then I decided to let Winston sleep in the bed, and he needed to pee twice during the night. Classic. I just got very little sleep and interrupted. I feel like I want to wear a hat. Is my hair too Lord Farquharky? I washed it and like let it dry while I slept. I think it's bad for your hair actually, but it's really fluffy because of that. I feel like it's fine. Honestly, if Soph wasn't coming with me to watch the sunrise this morning, definitely would have snoozed my alarm. So that's good. At least I have some accountability. My Breeze Balm BB cream. I also finished my Daisy Jones and the Six rewatch last night I was about to say lockdown, in Cyclone Alfred isolation period. I rewatched The Wilds, which I think is one of my favorite shows ever. However, only season 1. Season 2 was so bad and then they cancelled it, which was really upsetting. But if you haven't watched season 1 of The Wilds, I'd highly recommend it. It's on Amazon Prime. I love the concept. I think Yellow Jackets is a really similar concept. And I've been hearing lots of people talk about it recently, so I think I might give that a watch soon. And then I also rewatched Daisy Jones and I finished it last night and it's just so good. And the last episode is the one I had left to watch last night, and like the amount of stuff that goes down in the last episode is so intense and I just loved it. But also maybe I shouldn't have been watching that and I should have been going to bed on time. But you win some, you lose some. I don't think I've worn this hat yet, but it says Matcha Club and it's from Harry's in Bondi in Sydney and it's so cute. I finally got my hands on some milk yesterday. I went to an IGA and they had heaps of milk, so that's really exciting. It means I can make an at-home matcha today. It's been so long. I think it's been like almost a week since I ran out of milk. They also had bread, which is gorgeous. The only thing I can't find yet is eggs. Okay, let's go for a sunrise walk. Making me feel extremely productive for a Saturday morning. I went to Woolly to get some lunch bits. Asian style salad kit as per usual. Chicken breast, nothing new. Sprite, no sugar. I went to Officeworks, got some more glue for scrapbooking and printed off my next page of scrapbook stuff, which is quite fun. Scrapbook up to date. What I've missed, literally nothing. It's just been cyclone and getting my eyes tested is literally all I have to scrapbook. I think I've mentioned it in a vlog previously, but I have been wanting to paint my bedside tables for the longest time. Someone in my apartment building is being so loud right now. I'm so sorry. So yesterday we went to Bunnings and picked up, oh my gosh, hi! We went to Bunnings and picked up everything that we needed. It was way cheaper than I was expecting. I thought the paint was going to be so expensive. I don't really know why. And it was so therapeutic painting the bedside tables. This is what we're working with right now. 2 bedside tables, the 2 drawers as well. We did the first coat yesterday and now I'm going to do the second coat so it can dry, and then hopefully tomorrow I can put them in my bedroom. And bedside tables, I'm so excited. They already look cute with just 1 layer, so I'm intrigued to see them with 2. I did leave paint in this yesterday. Do you think it's fine if I just put more paint in it? Is this old paint gonna chip, flake all in the new paint? I don't know. I'm gonna risk it. In the color Tinker Light. It was really hard choosing which color to get. I was so scared it was just not gonna be the vibe, because there were some pastel yellows that were just kind of giving like beige, and then some that were like far too yellow. Hopefully with the second coat it's gonna look how I want it to. Time will tell. I was also really proud of myself because the whole time painting yesterday I didn't get any paint on me, which is really impressive, and I'm gonna hope for the same outcome today. Isn't this just the most gorgeous yellow color ever? I love it. There's just gonna be so many colors. Oh my god, my bedroom's gonna have heaps of color and I'm very excited about it. It's so loud out here, so I'm gonna put some music on, do the second coat on these, and I'm excited. I'm like sad for them to be done. Like I've been putting off doing this second coat because it's so fun. Give me a wall, I'll paint it. I want to, but I can't because I'm renting. This is the next best thing. It's actually so pretty, I love it. Chapel Roan actually also released a new song today, so it's a great day to be a lesbian. So I will be playing that on, oh, I have just got paint all over my fingers. After I just said I managed to not do that yesterday. I will be playing that on repeat while I paint these. Turn Taylor off. Second coat is officially done. I think they look so cute. I'm so excited to see how they dry. The lady at Bunnings says they should only take 2 coats for the color to be perfect, but I think we'll just have to wait and see. I don't even know if I have enough paint for a 3rd coat, so I'm just gonna keep my fingers crossed. I love them. I did manage to get way more paint on myself this time around. I'm also so sad because I just bought these bedside tables like not long ago, and how many times can I bring up the cyclone in one vlog? During the cyclone, one of my bedroom doors that backs onto the balcony leaked. Like water was coming in through the tracks, which apparently never been on live television before. Apparently this meant to happen, and there's like drain holes on the other side to drain that water out. For some reason the water came into my room and seeped through a bunch of the carpet in the corner of my room, and I for some stupid reason didn't move the bedside table on that side of the bed out of the way for like a while, like a day, and there's water damage now to the bottom of that bedside table. And these bedside tables were not cheap. I won't lie, but also it's at the bottom and like you can't really tell unless you're really looking at it, and I just won't put that one on my side of the bed, and who's gonna know? Only me and you. So I just went for a huge afternoon walk. I'm really in my walking era at the moment. I'm loving it so much. But I'm about to head over. I'm gonna go to Soph's place, and Sophling and I are gonna watch the 2nd Sex and the City movie. It's a big Sex and the City week. I don't know if I want to watch the like 2nd show. I don't know what it's called actually, because I've heard it's really bad, but equally like I just want to know what happens in it, even if it is bad. But I'm intrigued to see what I think of the 2nd movie compared to the 1st one. And we're just gonna order takeout, have a nice girls' night. A gorgeous way to spend my Saturday night. Obsessed. Sunday. I had the most wholesome day today. I went down and had brekkie with, I always say down. What is Brisbane? Up? down inland back to where I grew up and met up with my friend Kate, and we had brekkie for like 5 hours, as we always do. I adore my friends so much. Like, it actually makes me feel sick how grateful I am for them. Kate is just one of those friends who understands how my brain works a little bit better than I do, honestly, and we're both just very sensitive, intuitive cancers, and I always love seeing her because we just divulge everything that is in our brain, and it just feels so nice and safe and comforting, and I'm so lucky. But yeah, we had breakfast for so long, and then I spent a couple of hours at my grandma's house catching up with some family. Then I came home, and honestly, something came over me as soon as I walked in the door, and I was like, I am getting shit done. I don't know what it was. I set the robo vac off, and I try to challenge myself to get as much done as I can before the vacuum is done, but then the vacuum finished and I just kept going and going and going. Like, there wasn't even that much to clean, but it just felt nice. I put washing away, I cleaned the bathroom, cleaned the kitchen, meal prepped some ninja creamies, my kind of meal prep, had a shower, wrote out my to-do list for tomorrow because I have it a little bit on, have fallen a little bit behind, and then I journaled for the first time in a couple of days, which felt really nice as well. So now everything's out of my brain, it's on paper, and I can go to sleep peacefully, hopefully. I'm making my way through the tandem read, and honestly, I'm enjoying it. So far, I'm enjoying Empire of Storms better than Tower of Dawn, but could change, who knows. I just love Menon. In my head, she's really hot, and she's just a badass witch, and I am so intrigued to see where her storyline goes and what she gets up to, and I'm just obsessed with her just as much as I'm obsessed with Aelin. And so any chapter that doesn't involve those two girls, I'm like, I don't care as much. I care, but just not as much. I also love, I don't know how to say her name actually, Elid. I love her as well, and I'm intrigued. I think her storyline is about to get very interesting. This all means absolutely nothing if you've not read Throne of Glass, but I'm gonna read and head to bed. It's 9 p.m, so I feel really solid getting into bed on a Sunday night at 9 p.m. That feels like a win. But I'm gonna love you and leave you here. Thank you so much for joining me this week, and thank you for having me back, for letting me crawl right back like a toxic ex after ghosting you for a month. I really appreciate all the love and support. Your messages and comments while I've been gone has honestly meant the world, and it feels so good to be back. I missed my online besties, and going through anything in life without you, it feels so wrong. So I'm really happy to be back, spending my weeks with you. I'll see you next week.